Hi, today we are going to be looking at simultaneous equations. Okay, we're going to be solving simultaneous equations. So there are two methods that we're going to look at. The first method will be in this video, and it's going to be, the two methods are elimination method, and the other one is the substitution method. Okay, you can solve a pair of linear equations with simultaneous equations, or you could solve a nonlinear and a linear equation simultaneously. Okay, now in the next week we'll be looking at all of these items. In this video we'll be focusing on the elimination method and focusing on pairs of linear equations. Now linear here just means there are no indices or no powers. So let's look at the goal for solving simultaneous equations is to find a value of x and a value of y which work. That's it. You have to find the values of x and y which work. So let's start with our equations. We have 3x minus y equals 13 and 2x plus y equals minus 3. We'll label this one equation 1 and this one equation 2. Okay, to begin, using the elimination method, you've done this in lower remove, but you want the coefficients of x and y to be the same. In this case, we can say that if we look at the y's, we've got a minus y and a plus y. So we say, they're the same. We can deal with that. We can get rid of the y's. So what we do is we eliminate. We're going to eliminate either x or y. In this case, we can eliminate y. So we tell the reader, tell the examiner, what we're going to do. We're going to do equation 1 plus equation 2. So focus on the left-hand side. So equation 1 has 3x. We're going to add that 2x to give us 5x. Okay, moving along 1, we have this minus y and this plus y. If we add those together, minus y plus y, there's no y's. And then, on the right-hand side, we've got 13 plus minus 3, which is 10. Okay, so this is the equation we get when we do 1 plus 2. So we end up with 5x is equal to 10. Simplifying, dividing both sides by 5 gives you x is 2. Okay. Now that we've got the value of x, we find the other variable. The variable here is just x or y. So we're going to find the value for y. Sub x is 2. We're going to use x is 2 and substitute that value, replace that value in equation 1. So equation 1 was 3x minus y is 13. So we're going to replace x by 2. So 3 lots of 2 minus y equals 13. That means 6 minus y is 13. So y, therefore, 6 take away what is 13? Well, y has got to be minus 7. We can check this. Okay, so if we check the answer by putting the values in equation 2, if you want to pause the video, you should check to see if it makes sense in equation 2. So if 2x plus y is equal to minus 3, that was equation 2, but x is 2 and y is minus 7. So is this statement correct? Well, 2 times 2 is 4, plus minus 7, yeah, that's minus 3. So it's correct, it makes sense. Okay. We're going to do a more difficult simultaneous equation now. So we have minus 5x plus 4y equals 160, and 3x plus 5y equals 15. Again, we're going to label them equation 1 and equation 2. Now, if you remember how to do this from last year, you should really pause the video now and attempt to solve this equation simultaneously. Okay. So, what do we want to do? We want the coefficients of either x or y to be the same. Okay. By the same, I mean the numbers the same. It could be plus and minus. You can do either. You can choose either the x's or the y's. In this case, we're going to do the y's. So how do I make the coefficients the same? Well, I take equation 1 and I times it by 5. This gives me minus 25x plus 20y equals 800. Okay, now to make the coefficients of y the same, I could take equation 2 and I could times it by 4. So that gives me 12x plus 20y is equal to 60. So notice how the coefficients of y are both 20. Now in order to eliminate the y's, I can do equation 1 take away equation 2. I'm going to relabel these 1 and 2. Equation 1 take away equation 2. So starting at the top there, I've got minus 25x take away 12x. This will leave me with minus 37x. It's very important to keep track of the signs. In equation 1 we've got 20y, take away 20y from equation 2 gives you 0y, and then 800 take away 60 will give you 740. Okay, so minus 37x is equal to 740. Doing the division gives you x is equal to minus 20. Okay, now we've got the value of x, we find y. So we're going to sub x is equal to minus 20 into equation 2. We're just choosing equation 2 because maybe it looks a bit easier. So equation 2 was 3x plus 5y is equal to 15. So that's 3 times minus 20 plus 5y equals 15. 3 times minus 20 is minus 60, plus 5y equals 15. Add 60 to both sides. And finally divide both sides by 5. Okay, if I go back there. Yeah, so that's the final answer, y is 15. Okay. Next video will be using the substitution method.